What do you want to see out of the team scrimmage?
I want guys to go out and execute and be consistent doing it. Go out and do the things we asked them to do and things we've been practicing, and eliminate the mistakes that we made last scrimmage that when we went out and had a situation scrimmage. Now it's putting things together and seeing more consistent play out of our guys.
What do you think the biggest adjustment that the quarterbacks have had to make this spring with the new offense?
Probably the terminology. Some of the same plays they ran, we just called it differently, and we do it faster than what they've done it before. And so I would say the biggest is terminology, and then just getting adjusted to the way we coach.
Have you seen growth from how they're handling the tempo you want them to run at?
Yeah, they're learning. They're getting better, kind of like everyone else, but there's still things that they have to be better at. But for the most part, they're learning and taking pride in what they're doing, and I'm happy with where the guys are right now.
What kind of reaction have you gotten from the players, having guys like Warwick and Brooks and Bowden back?
Reaction? I haven't really got a reaction from them other than, they're paying attention. I think the good thing, I know for me, when we do have those guys back and they talk to our team and just seeing our guys being very attentive and looking up and paying attention to what those guys are saying. You see it. I don't see anybody with their head down and disinterest. All those guys are locked in, and they know if bring someone in front of them to talk, it's going to be somebody important that can make a difference.
Now that you've worked on the field and in meetings with Coach Bell for a few weeks, what do you like about him? What are some of the things that he's impressed you with?
He's a sharp guy. He's sharp. He's smart. He knows quarterback play and understand the system that we're putting in, and he's very involved with those guys and very demanding of them. So that's always good at that position, and he's passionate about football. He live and die football.
Do you modify how you coach those guys based on what they're doing?
No.
You do what you do.
I do what I do.
Coach, you've gone about endearing yourself with the fan base, Coach Bowden, some of the other players. It seemed like after last season ended and, with the last home game with Odell taking over, there was kind of a healing process that this team and this program needed to go through. Is that something that you kind of sensed before you took the job and something that you were going to have to help lead through?
Well, for me, again, from being afar and what I thought Florida State football was all about, when I got here, I didn't feel that same feeling that I had from afar, and it just felt like there was a disconnect for some reason, and I wanted to get all of our nose back together and realize this is their team, and to me that's what Florida State's all about, their family and the passion people have for Florida State football, and it's no matter who the coach, me or anyone else, it's Florida State, and I want them to be passionate about it and love this program no matter what.
I'm assuming maybe this healing process might end during the spring game, but after that, what's the next imprint that you want to make on the program?
It's just win.
How's the whole transition just come from Oregon to Florida State, like from the Duck to the Seminole? How's that transition?
It's been well. It's for me again. This is my fourth time doing it, so I've been to a few different places. So, but it's been great. I thought the buy-in from our players has been awesome. They've been doing all the things we asked them to do, and they have a lot of energy. They're passionate about it. They're having fun, and so all those things are going really well. I think from a progression of where we want to be, things are right on track.
You've seen guys challenge each other in practice a lot.
Oh, absolutely. They challenge each other and competing and getting after each other. And sometimes you got to hold them back and calm them down a little bit, but that's a good thing.
Are you seeing any separation of the quarterbacks at all through the spring?
I wouldn't necessarily say separation. I see those guys are getting better. They're learning. I think we'll see a lot of that once we come to training camp. I think those guys will have a better understanding of what we're doing offensively and what we expect out of them. And as they go through the summertime and train with each other and come into training camp, I think that's when we're going to probably see more of a separation between each other.
Willie, how do you approach tomorrow's scrimmage differently than you did the first one? I know it's more of a regular scrimmage as opposed to situation. What will you do differently Saturday?
We're just going to play like a game. We're not going to do kickoff and kickoff return and those things, but we'll put the ball down on the 35-yard line and play it like a game.
How much weight does that put on your player evaluations in actual scrimmages as opposed to maybe regular practice?
You got to execute. You know, we're going to evaluate the guys that can execute at a high level and do it consistently. You know, and I mean that's what we're looking for at the end of the day. Who can consistently do the things that we're asking them to do and make the plays that we need them to make. So whenever there's a 11-on-11 competition part, you really want to see the guys go out and execute who can do it at a high level and do it consistently.
But you have quarterbacks, they haven't been asked to run a whole lot during their careers. How are they adjusting to that additional responsibility?
We're not asking them to run a lot now. You know, we just tell them to execute the offense. You know, if they have to run, then we want them to run and get down. Their job is to get back to the line of scrimmage, not the huddle, but the line of scrimmage, and make plays. But for us, again, if you have to run to make plays, then you run to make plays. You got to throw the ball to make plays once you throw the ball to make plays. But there'll be times where we will ask them to run and do some things, and there'll be times we ask them to pass and they have to run. You know, so they're adjusting well. They run the offense. They're doing, like I said, they're doing the things we ask them to do, and at times they're looking really sharp at it. Other times we got some work to do.
DeKalen's one of those guys that didn't get to play last year. Has he exceeded maybe what you thought?
He has, you know, especially for a guy that's coming off of surgery on his knee, and he's out there every single day. I saw that throughout the chase, how hard he was working and how bad he wants to get out there and compete and show that he can play at this level. And he's done a great job, you know, this spring. I'm really impressed with what he's done this spring.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate you. Y'all have a great